Hi, I'm Mo and I'm trapped in Fallout. Today I'm going to show you how to take all the items you find inside the Operation Anchorage DLC outside of the simulation. So in order to perform this glitch, if we put an NPC into this chair before we sit in it, when we exit the simulation we will be able to access that NPC and transfer all the contents to it. Fortunately, we will be able to use an NPC. If you exit the simulation chamber area, and as you exit, if you go to the door you see on your right, you will see the remains of a Gary. If you pick up this Gary and take it to the chair, what we will need to do is position him so that it looks like he is sitting on the chair. To do this as easy as we can, if you put down Gary over here and then try and lift him up and place him on the chair so that it looks like he is sitting on the chair, then the moment when we exit the simulation, we will be able to access his inventory. Now do note that this could be a little bit fiddly, but what you want to do is get him to a point where it looks like he's basically sitting on the chair. And then when you're ready, go ahead and sit on the chair yourself so that you can start the simulation. Now that we're inside the simulation, we're going to go ahead and skip to the very end of the simulation where you are about to enter the Chinese compound. As described, I have now gone ahead and skipped to the very end of the simulation. It will take you about an hour and a half to get here. I am just about to enter the Chinese compound, and at this point the simulation will end after we defeat the final Jingwei boss. After entering the compound, just simply complete the simulation as normal and defeat the general. And after you have defeated the general, General Chase will approach you and talk to you. Now, once he talks to you and you are finished, the moment where you are about to exit the simulation and you see the loading screen, the moment after that, make sure that you look down and try to access Gary's body that we left inside the simulation chamber when we entered it. So go ahead and talk to General Chase, and then the moment again as we exit the loading screen, look down and try to access Gary's inventory.
That'll do, soldier.
And if you are quick enough, in that very small brief moment, you will be able to access Gary's body before the game removes all the items you found during the simulation. And you will be able to use this in order to transfer all the items that you found inside the simulation to Gary's body before the game removes it. So we will transfer all the items we found, for instance the winterized combat armor, all the ammo, the weapons such as the gas rifle, and so on. Once you have transferred all the items to Gary, go ahead and exit the transfer window, and you will notice that as you now exit the pod, that the game has returned all your own items that you had before entering the simulation. So if you go into your inventory, you will notice that all your usual gear that you had before entering the simulation has now been returned to you, such as the neural interface suit. But if you turn around and access Gary's body, you will also have access to all the items that you found inside the simulation. It is also worth mentioning that any weapon or armor that you manage to take out of the simulation into the wasteland will practically never degrade because of their high HP, so it is totally worth actually performing this glitch. And that's pretty much it. This is a very time sensitive glitch, but if you can pull it off, it means that all the items you find inside the simulations, you will be able to use them outside the simulation.